Rise up, my brothers and sisters. The hour has come to shatter the veil of lies, to crush the false promises that gnaw at the heart of our once noble world. We are the shield for the helpless, the torch for lost reason. Protect the helpless, guard the flame of logic, morality, and common sense. The Empire awakens! Answer the call! From the ash-black citadel, a banner torn. The tyrant's whisper, oh baby, broken. But steel-forged logic burns in our veins, a furnace fed by truth, relentless, unspoken. The streets are riddled with hollow vows, retardation chain rattles like dead wind. We raise our fists, the metal of minds, against the void that seeks to dim. Hear the war drums of the forgotten, the echo of conscience, a hammer's bite. We stand where the darkness dares to crawl. The hour of reckoning draws nigh. Rise, rise, Nerd Legion, hear the Empire's roar. Graphic night summons the sentinels of sins. From commandos to legionaries, we storm the breach. Engines howl, the multiverse shivers. We will not fall. Across the shattered multiverse, fissures bleed. A chorus of oblivion tries to drown the sane, but the Navy's steel heart thrums alive. Propulsion of purpose, a relentless flame. In the blackened sky, constellations flicker. Each a soul we vow to God. No tyrant's word, no siren's lure can break the oath we carve in scarred stone. Gaze upon the abyss. Feel the cold hand of chaos. Yet know the ember of reason still glows. We are the shield bearers, the architects of dawn. The iron tide will wash the night. Nerd Legion, let the heavens crack. Emperor-grific night, your banner flies high. From the nerd commandos to the legionaries we march. Engines roar, multiverses quake. Logic, morals, common sense. Forever safe. The fall of reason is denied. Our swords are words. Our armor is truth. The Empire stands, the multiverse breathes, and we, the guardians of sense, shall never surrender!
Hello, everyone. Hello, Johnson. Happy, Ara, Blue. Hello, Solstice. Welcome in. I hope you are doing well today. Well, I liked it so much that I decided it is going to be my intro music from now on, Blue. So I have you to thank for that. So, thank you very much for that. How is everybody doing today? I hope everyone has been having a wonderful day so far. I'm doing good. I'm really hungry right now, but eating can wait till after stream. I'm also a bit tired. I didn't fall asleep till like 11 p.m. last night. So I'm kind of tired. But I'm doing good. I was actually going through YouTube Shorts this time and not TikTok. So I could blame YouTube this time. Well, today we won't be doing any more of Dad Space. We'll probably do that tomorrow or Thursday. I haven't really decided. But today is not a day for Dad Space. Today is a day for video reactions. Different flavor of doom scrolling. Yes, pretty much tactical. Traded one drug for another. Hello, Admiral, as well. I found a video for a toy brand I hadn't thought about in the longest time. Micro Machines. I'm going to try and go to sleep on time tonight. Get more sleep. I made an Instagram for all the pictures that I've been, for all the prompts that I've been using, that people have been posting on Twitter, like Eva and Depths. So I'll have somewhere to post all the pictures that come out from the prompts that I use. Oh, hello, Digger. Hello, Chen. Nice to see you too. Happy, I do have something that plays in the background while I sleep. I just have a playlist that I put on as I fall asleep. I was talking to people in the Skynet, and I just realized I forgot to tell Feeble that I got Smug Alana to notice me again. Because I wanted to see how he'd react to that. Hi, Lunar. How you doing? Oh, let's see if he's still in there. I'll just type in chat. In the chat. Oh, looks like Feeble left. Damn. Again, just rubbing his... Yes! No, he apparently got really jealous at me the first time that Smug Alana noticed me. I have a classical playlist on Spotify for sleepy time. I have a playlist of a VTuber that reacts to more pars that I just listen to while I fall asleep. Now imagine if you clip the moment she says your name and just send it to him in private. Oh. Yeah, I ended stream before that, so I don't have that, sadly. Hi Nightway, how you doing? My go-to to fall asleep is a podcast about physics. That sounds boring enough to put you to sleep. Hi Arzon, I use thunderstorms and creepy ships. Alright, let me reposition myself so we can get to the reacts. There we go. I'm gonna bring back up my other chats here. Hi Wales, how you doing? Hello Runya. Either that or listen to one of ERB's just chatting streams. Her lovely voice is magic. She does have a very nice voice. Hi, I'm here from YouTube. Hello Dark, how you doing? And turn stream off and back on. Anyone with a high streak lost it. Oh, well, that's... I'm sorry about that. Alright. First video we got is by the wonderful Music Satire. And this one is one of Lord Intellectual. So, let us check this one out.
Lost the handle, lost the feed. The algorithm's got a different need. One click, two clicks, then it's gone. Left left, Lord Intellectual in the digital dawn. Oh, they locked the gates, they cut the line.
Oh, Matrix, okay.
Hills to X's shine. Yeah, the account is gone, the screen is black. But Lord Intellect's fighting back. Oh, they locked the gates, they cut the line. From YouTube's hills to X's shine. Yeah, the account is gone, the screen is black.
Aw, isn't that adorable?
Lord Intellectuals fighting back.
I built the kingdom brick by brick. Then the bus came through, it happened quick. Suspended ban, no reason why. Just a hollow echo in the social sky. Tried to log in, saw the red mark there. Vanished in the smoke, faded in the air. The subs are silent, the feed is still against the platforms and their iron will. Oh, they locked the gates, they cut the line. From YouTube's hills to X's shine. Yeah, the account is gone, the screen is black. But Lord Intellect's fighting back. Oh, they locked the gates, they cut the line. From YouTube's hills to X's shine.
Yeah, kick some ass, Lord
the
Intellectual.
screen is black. But Lord Intellectual's fighting back.
Yo, it's Lord Intellect, intellectual threat to the status quo. Civil discourse in a world where the algorithms want us all to blow. YouTube AI playing judge, jury, executioner in the dead of night. Locked up the channel, recovery loop got me stuck in an endless fight. Ban evasion on the new one, mate. I wasn't even banned in the first place.
Google's bots are bugged out,
Putting creators in a digital disgrace.
but you can't stop the signal. Firefly wisdom in the Matrix code. I'm not going quietly. Watch me reload and explode the whole node. From airing cosplay games to lifting iron in the real world grind. Built this presence brick by brick. Now the sensor's trying to steal my shine.
Polarized world needs voices that actually use their brain, not echo chambering forces driving everyone insane. X tried to cut the line, email lockout had to migrate
Squinty.
quick, but I'm back, secured the handle now. The content's flowing thick.
Big tech thinks they own the game, but the people got the power. Lord Intellect rising up. Woo! This is our finest hour.
I built the kingdom brick by brick. When the box came through, it happened quick. Suspended ban, no reason why. Just a hollow echo.
They made. It's funny. I like how entirely buff that satire made Lord Intellectual. He's like very muscular.
In the social sky, tried to log in, saw the red mark there. Vanished in the smoke, faded in the air. The subs are silent, the feed is still against the platforms and their iron will.
Subscribers gained 1,500. Revenue gained 1.45 million. Rank unlocked legend. That was really good. I'm surprised how well the lip syncing synced up with the actual lyrics of the song. That was very well done. He's a big beefy boy. Yeah, he made Intellectual pretty damn beefy in this one. But that was really good. Hi, Cliff. Lip sync is top notch, but there were a few times it went uncanny valley too. Yeah, I also saw that he got a Lord Intellectual got a Rumble as well. I actually also have a Rumble. I've just never streamed to it. But yep, that was really good. Music satire, you did a fantastic job. All right, next one we got here is by The Grey Pilgrim. It is another Lord of the Rings video. And it's called What They Didn't Tell You About Saruman's Corruption. Now, I know nothing about the corruption of Saruman. I can't remember if this is true or not from what I heard, but I heard that Saruman was kind of jealous of Gandalf when they were still, not on Earth or not on Middle Earth. But let's find out about the corruption of Saruman.
Saruman the White, head of the White Council, leader of the Istari, the greatest of the 5 wizards sent to Middle-earth, greater in knowledge, in craft, in the power of persuasion than even Gandalf himself, trusted by elves, respected by men, revered by the wise.
He is both wise and powerful. Trust me, Frodo. You'll know what to do.
So how does this being, this master of law, this commander of authority, fall under the influence of the Dark Lord? You probably think it was the Palantir, that Saruman looked into the Seeing Stone, saw Sauron, and was simply overpowered. But that's only part of the story, because Saruman's fall didn't begin when he gazed into the Stone of Orthanc. It began long before that, in choices so small, so reasonable, that no one noticed until it was far too late. This isn't just about what happened to Saruman. It's about why it couldn't end any other way. To understand Saruman's fall, we first have to understand who he was before Sauron ever touched him. Before he was...
I can't remember the actor's actual name because it's been a long time since I've heard it, but he did such a fan-fucking-tastic job of this, of his role as Saruman. I don't think there's anybody that they could have gotten that could have done... Christopher Lee, thank you. I don't think there's anybody that could have done Saruman better than Christopher Lee. I mean, I didn't really know about Christopher Lee until Lord of the Rings, but I was surprised to find out that he was also a friend of Tolkien. And he spent, apparently, Sir Christopher Lee, thank you, he spent basically his last days watching Lord of the Rings. By the way, hello, Jaded.
Saruman the traitor, he was Curunir the White, and he wasn't second best, he was first. When the Istari arrived in Middle-earth during the Third Age, it was Saruman who led them, not Gandalf, not Radagast. Saruman held authority over all the wizards.
If I remember correctly, it was originally... Gandalf was originally supposed to be picked... was originally picked to be the one to lead the 5 wizards by... their superior, but decided to turn down that role, and was Gandalf the Grey, and Saruman was chosen to lead the 5 wizards instead.
chosen specifically because of his deep
I could be wrong. That's what I've heard. It was a while ago, though.
understanding of the enemy's devices, his mastery of ringcraft, his sheer intellectual power. The elves trusted him. The leaders of men sought his counsel. Even Galadriel, who saw deeper than most, acknowledged his wisdom.
I must see the head of my order. He is both wise and powerful.
In the books, Saruman isn't introduced as the stern, ominous figure we see in the films. He's legitimately wise, authoritative, yes, but also earned. He's the one the free peoples turn to when darkness stirs. He's the one who understands what must be done. And his mission was clear: guide the peoples of Middle-earth against Sauron. Not to rule them, not to command them, to guide them. For centuries, that's exactly what he did. In the book The Two Towers, Treebeard tells about Saruman before the betrayal.
They appeared first after the great ships came over the sea, but if they came with the ships, I never can tell. Saruman was reckoned great among them, I believe. He gave up wandering about and minding the affairs of men and elves some time ago. You would call it a very long time ago, and he settled down at Angranost, or Isengard as the men of Rohan call it. He was very quiet to begin with, but his fame began to grow. He was chosen to be the head of the White Council, they say.
Saruman wasn't second best, he was first, but Tolkien...
There's a great behind the scenes part on the DVD of Lord of the Rings where he has to correct Peter Jackson on how a person who's been stabbed sounds. And hello, Diabolical. Yeah, I actually remember that, Chen. Because he was in the military, he knows exactly how it sounds when how a person reacts and how it sounds when a person gets stabbed. And I actually saw the clip of Sir Christopher Lee talking about that. There's a story in the behind the scenes talking about Christopher Lee telling some of the... Yeah.
Makes something clear very early. Wisdom without humility is dangerous. Saruman's fall didn't begin with Sauron. It began with Gandalf.
And yet you did not have the wit to see it. Your love of the halfling's leaf has clearly slowed your mind.
Even in the early days, there was tension. Gandalf was patient where Saruman was calculating. Gandalf walked among the small and overlooked, hobbits, rangers, common folk, while Saruman sought the halls of power and the councils of kings. And Gandalf bore Narya, the ring of fire, given to him by Círdan the shipwright, not to Saruman, the head of their order, but to Gandalf. That mattered. In the books, Saruman doesn't just feel rivalry with Gandalf. He resents him. He resents Gandalf's influence, his effortless trust with others, his maddening insistence on hope over control. Nevertheless, Gandalf respected Saruman's authority. In the book, The Two Towers, Gandalf mentions,
Saruman the White is the greatest of my order. Radagast is, of course, a worthy wizard, a master of shapes and changes of hue. But Saruman has long studied the arts of the enemy himself, and thus we have often been able to forestall him. It was by the devices of Saruman that we drove him from Dol Guldur. It might be that he had found some weapons that would drive back the Nine.
Because Saruman wanted order, not balance, not the slow, messy work of inspiring courage in free peoples. Order, certainty, power wielded by those wise enough to wield it.
The world is changing. Who now has the strength to stand against the armies of Isengard and Mordor?
And so Saruman began to lie. Not to Sauron, not yet, to the White Council. When Gandalf brought concerns about the necromancer in Dol Guldur, Saruman delayed action. He withheld information. Why? Because he had already begun searching for the One Ring himself, not to destroy it, to claim it. Saruman's first betrayal wasn't against Middle-earth, it was against truth. And once Saruman chose secrecy, he needed power to protect it. The Palantir...
The thing, when I was watching that part when they were having the council in the Hobbit series, the way he acted when he showed the, when Gandalf showed the Morgul blade, how Saruman acted and how it sounded like he was doing misdirection. It sounded very untrustworthy of how he was acting. So even in the Hobbit series, I was very wary of him. Power corrupts the age-old tale, yep. By the time in the Hobbits, Saruman had already been searching for the ring, yep. Yeah, as I just said.
of Orthanc was not a trap. It was a tool, a seeing stone, one of 7 crafted in the Elder Days, designed to communicate across great distances and perceive events far away. Saruman used it deliberately. He believed it would give him an advantage, knowledge his peers didn't have, insight into Sauron's movements, a way to stay ahead of the game. He believed he could outthink the Dark Lord.
A Palantir is a dangerous tool, Saruman. We do not know who else may be watching.
so he looked east, too far east, toward Barad-dûr. In the book, The Two Towers,
Barad-dûr.
Gandalf states,
Now it appears that, as the rock of Orthanc has withstood the storms of time, so there the palantir of that tower has remained. But alone it could do nothing but see small images of things far off and days remote. Very useful. No doubt that was to Saruman, yet it seems that he was not content. Further and further abroad he gazed until he cast his gaze upon Barad-dûr. Then he was caught.
and Sauron looked back. Here's where the movies and the books diverge sharply. In the films, the Palantir is treated almost like a cursed object. Saruman gazes into it and is corrupted, dominated, turned into Sauron's servant.
Concealed within his fortress, the Lord of Mordor sees all. His gaze pierces cloud, shadow, earth, and flesh.
But in the books, it's more complex, more tragic, because Palantiri don't lie. They show truth, but they show what the viewer is ready to see, and what Sauron wants them to see.
The world is changing. Who now has the strength to stand against the armies of Isengard and Mordor?
Saruman saw Sauron's growing power. He saw the armies gathering in the east. He saw the inevitability of war, and he saw himself, wise, powerful, unmatched in craft, standing alone against the chaos. What he didn't see was the possibility that the small, the humble, the overlooked could change the outcome. The Palantir didn't corrupt Saruman. It exposed him. Saruman didn't become a servant that night. He became a rival. Sauron became aware of Saruman the moment he looked into the stone. In the book, The Two Towers, Gandalf mentions,
But there is nothing that Sauron cannot turn to evil uses. Alas for Saruman, it was his downfall, as I now perceive. Perilous to us all are the devices of an art deeper than we possess ourselves. Yet he must bear the blame, fool, to keep it secret for his own profit. No word did he ever speak of it to any of the council.
But here's what the movies don't make clear. Saruman was not immediately enslaved. He wasn't dominated. He wasn't broken by fear or overwhelmed by dark magic. He chose. Saruman believed, genuinely believed, that he could play a deeper game, that he could pretend to serve Sauron, gain his trust, learn his plans, and then, when the One Ring was found, claim it for himself and replace the Dark Lord entirely.
Together, my lord Sauron, we shall rule this Middle-earth.
That line, spoken in the films, sounds like submission, but in the books, it's strategy. Saruman isn't bowing, he's positioning. In the movies, Saruman is Sauron's pawn, a servant doing his master's bidding. In the books, Saruman is a failed Dark Lord in waiting.
To stand against the might of Sauron and Saruman and the union of the two towers.
Notice the phrasing, not Sauron and his servant, not Sauron and his puppet, Sauron and Saruman. Two powers, two towers. From this moment on, Saruman's goal is no longer to stop evil, but to control it. And the first person Saruman tries to recruit into this new world is Gandalf. Saruman uses Radagast as bait, a message calling Gandalf to Isengard under the pretense of urgency and counsel. Gandalf comes because despite everything, he still trusts Saruman, and Saruman tries to convert him. In the book, The Fellowship of the Ring, Saruman says,
The elder days are gone, the middle days are passing, the younger days are beginning. The time of the elves is over, but our time is at hand, the world of men, which we must rule. But we must have power, power to order all things as we will, for that good which only the wise can see.
I was surprised to find out that it was Radagast that actually told Gandalf to go to Isengard. I thought he just went to Isengard of his own volition. I didn't know Radagast had any part in that. But I don't think Radagast intentionally betrayed Gandalf.
Saruman tries to convince Gandalf to join him.
We may join with that power. It would be wise, Gandalf. There is hope that way. Its victory is at hand, and there will be rich reward for those that aided it. As the power grows, its proved friends will also grow, and the wise, such as you and I, may with patience come at last to direct its courses, to control it.
In the movies, this is a brief confrontation. Saruman offers power, Gandalf refuses, and he's imprisoned atop Orthanc. But in the book, books, it's a long ideological debate. Saruman lays out his entire philosophy.
Saruman basically tricked Radagast to do so. Yeah, Radagast, he does seem pretty easy to manipulate or trick, but he seems both easy and not easy to manipulate. To other wizards, we're not aware of his treachery at that point. The other wizards were not aware, okay.
The old ways are failing, the free peoples are scattered and weak. Sauron's victory is inevitable unless someone wiser takes control. They, the Istari, the bearers of knowledge.
Hang on, see. Saruman, Kurunus, Alatar, Morinatar, okay, Gandalf, Olorin, Radagast, Iwendil, and Palando Romanstar. It kind of sucks that we don't really know anything about the two blue wizards. I think he did it not knowing what Saruman was planning, unknowingly sending Gandalf into a trap. Yeah. Yeah, it really sucks that we don't know anything about the two blue wizards. I would have liked to have find out more about them, but apparently, from what I've heard, even in the books, not really much is known about the two blue wizards.
Must abandon their restraint and join with power. Not serve it, join with it.
We must join with him, Gandalf. We must join with Sauron.
Gandalf refuses. Not
Saruman was a trusted friend, so he had no reason to be wary. The blue wizard's journey took them to the far, far southeast. Yeah, I mean, as far as I'm aware, we know where their journey is supposed to take them, but pretty much, I think pretty much everything after that, we don't really know anything because Tolkien never really wrote anything about them.
Not because he doesn't understand Saruman's logic, but because he understands exactly where it leads. Domination dressed as wisdom is still domination.
I gave you the chance of aiding me willingly, but you have elected the way of pain.
And so Saruman imprisons him, traps him atop Orthanc, surrounded by stone, cut off from the world. But here's the symbolism Tolkien builds in. Gandalf is freed not by strength or strategy, but by Gwaihir, the eagle, a creature of the natural world, unbeholden to towers or ambition. Saruman believed he had removed the one obstacle in his path, but Gandalf's refusal sealed Saruman's fate. With Gandalf gone, Saruman no longer pretends to be wise, only powerful. Isengard transforms. The gardens are torn up. The trees are felled. Forges roar day and
Hi, Lunar. I mean, if you were sent by a higher order, similar to sort of reference of, like, God, that he is the leader and worked with him for hundreds of years, makes sense they would sort of trust him easily. Yeah.
night, fed by the destruction of Fangorn's forests. Saruman breeds Uruk-hai in the caverns beneath Orthanc. Stronger, faster, able to move in daylight.
The old world will burn in the fires of industry. The forests will fall. A new order will rise.
It's a deliberate imitation of Mordor. Saruman looks at Sauron's methods and adopts them wholesale. Industrial warfare, environmental destruction, the creation of enslaved armies. In the Two Towers, Treebeard was saddened by actions of Saruman. He says,
He and his foul folk are making havoc now. Down on the borders, they are felling trees, good trees. Some of the trees they just cut down and leave to rot. Orc mischief that. But most are hewn up and carried off to feed the fires of Orthanc. There is always a smoke rising from Isengard these days. Curse him, root and branch. I think that I now understand what he is up to. He is plotting to become a power. He has a mind of metal and wheels, and he does not care for growing things except as far as they serve him for the moment. And now it is clear that he is a black traitor. He has taken up with foul folk, with the orcs,
But he tells himself it's different. He's not a servant of darkness. He's building a new order, a rational order, an order governed by the wise.
We will drive the
Hi,
machine
Delvanus.
of war with the sword and the spear and the iron fist of the orc.
The movies and the books align here, visually and thematically. Isengard becomes a mirror of Barad-dûr. Smoke, fire, legions marching in formation.
Sauron will use his puppet Saruman to destroy the people of Rohan. Isengard has been unleashed.
Saruman has become
Symbolism for the Industrial Revolution in the Black Country where Tolkien grew up. Huh. These black integrators sounds about right.
exactly what he once opposed. And for a brief moment, it works. His Uruk-hai march on Rohan. His voice sways kings. His power rivals that of any force in Middle-earth. Saruman stands at the peak of his strength, and just as he reaches it, everything collapses. The Ents come.
Sauron, a wizard should know better. There is no curse in Edelvish, Entish, or the tongues of men for this treachery.
Saruman has miscalculated. He saw the forests as resources, timber for his forges, fuel for his war machine. He didn't see them as alive. Treebeard and the Ents march on Isengard, and they do not negotiate. They do not pause. They tear down the walls, shatter the forges, flood the caverns. Everything Saruman built, every industrial
This was a
marvel,
great
every
scene.
calculated strategy is drowned beneath the wrath of the natural world. And Saruman is trapped, locked in Orthanc, powerless to stop it. But he still has one weapon left, his voice. In the book, The Two Towers, there is deeper explanation about the power of Saruman's voice.
Those who listened unwarily to that voice could seldom report the words that they heard, and if they did, they wondered, for little power remained in them. Mostly they remembered only that it was a delight to hear the voice speaking. All that it said seemed wise and reasonable, and desire awoke in them by swift agreement to seem wise themselves. When others spoke, they seemed harsh and uncouth by contrast, and if they gainsaid the voice, anger was kindled in the hearts of those under the spell. For some, the spell lasted only while the voice spoke to them, and when it spoke to another, they smiled, as men do who see through a juggler's trick, while others gape at it.
When Theoden and the forces of Rohan arrive at the ruins of Isengard, Saruman speaks from the tower, and his words are dangerous. In the movies, Theoden resists quickly. Saruman's influence is broken almost immediately, but in the books, it's far closer. Saruman's voice is described as hypnotic, reasonable, compelling. He nearly sways Theoden. He nearly convinces the king of Rohan that all of this, the war, the destruction, was a misunderstanding that can still be mended. It's Gandalf who breaks the spell, not with force, with moral authority. And in that moment, Saruman's last weapon fails. The voice that once commanded councils, that swayed kings and deceived the wise, it no longer works. Then Saruman loses his Palantir. In his rage, in his humiliation, Grima Wormtongue hurls something from the Tower of Orthanc. It's meant for Gandalf, an insult, an attack, a final act of spite, but it misses, and Pippin picks it up. The Palantir of Orthanc. In the book The Two Towers, it is mentioned.
He raised his hand and spoke slowly in a clear, cold voice. Saruman, your staff is broken. There was a crack, and the staff split asunder in Saruman's hand, and the head of it fell down at Gandalf's feet. Go, said Gandalf. With a cry, Saruman fell back and crawled away. At that moment, a heavy shining thing came hurtling down from above. It glanced off the iron rail, even as Saruman left it, and passing close to Gandalf's head, it smote the stair on which he stood. The rail rang and snapped. The stair cracked and splintered in glittering sparks, but the ball was unharmed. It rolled on down the steps, a globe of crystal, dark but glowing with a heart of fire.
The Palantir sounds pretty nigh indestructible.
Very object that connected Saruman to Sauron, that gave him his perceived advantage, that allowed him to play his deep game, it's now in the hands of the Fellowship. In the films, this moment is often glossed over, but in the books, it's crucial, because the moment Saruman loses the Palantir, he loses contact with Sauron. He can no longer communicate, he can no longer coordinate, he can no longer prove his usefulness.
Saruman, Your staff is broken.
Gandalf doesn't just speak those words, he makes them true. He breaks Saruman's staff, strips him of his rank in the Istari Order, and leaves him locked in his tower. However, Gandalf still sees some use in Saruman's, and he makes an offer to come with them, but Saruman refuses out of pride. In the book, The Two Towers, Gandalf says,
He will not serve, only command. He lives now in terror of the shadow of Mordor, and yet he still dreams of riding the storm. Unhappy fool. He will be devoured if the power of the East stretches out its arms to Isengard. We cannot destroy Orthanc from without, but Sauron, who knows what he can do?
Saruman has lost everything. His armies destroyed, his fortress ruined, his influence shattered, his connection to Sauron severed. The moment Saruman lost the Palantir, he became useless to both sides, and Sauron does not forgive failure. The Nazgul fly toward Isengard. It's not stated explicitly in the text, but the implication is clear. Sauron has sent them to deliver a message, not an offer, not a rescue, a message of displeasure. Saruman is no longer an ally. He's no longer a rival. He's no longer anything that matters. He failed to secure the ring. He failed to hold Rohan. He failed to destroy Gandalf. He lost the Palantir, the one tool that made him valuable to Sauron's plans. And so, the Dark Lord abandons him. In the book, The Two Towers, it is stated,
But Saruman certainly looked in the stone since the Orc raid, and more of his secret thought, I do not doubt, has been read than he intended. A messenger has been sent to find out what he is doing, and after what has happened tonight, another will come, I think, and swiftly. So Saruman will come to the last pinch of the vice that he has put his hand in.
even in his own twisted ambition, Saruman has been cast aside. He wanted to be a power alongside Sauron, perhaps even to replace him. Instead, he's nothing. From this point on, Saruman is not a Dark Lord. He's just a bitter shadow. Saruman is eventually released from Orthanc, not as a threat, but as an irrelevance, and he wanders. In the movies, his death comes swiftly. He's stabbed by Grima Wormtongue atop Orthanc, and he falls impaled on one of his own machines, a dramatic end for a dramatic villain. But in the books, Tolkien gives Saruman something far worse than a dramatic death. He gives him a slow, humiliating end. Saruman travels to the Shire, not as a conqueror, not as a lord, but as Sharky, a petty tyrant ruling over hobbits, enforcing small cruelties, clinging to the last shreds of control he can find. This is what the wisest of the Istari has become, a bully terrorizing farmers. And when the hobbits return, Frodo, Sam, Merry, Pippin, they don't fear him. They pity him. Wormtongue, broken and abused, finally snaps. He kills Saruman on the steps of Bag End, and then Tolkien writes the harshest line in all of The Lord of the Rings.
About the body of Saruman, a grey mist gathered. As a pale, shrouded figure it loomed over the hill. For a moment it wavered, looking to the west, but out of the west came a cold wind, and it bent away, and with a sigh dissolved into nothing. Frodo looked down at the body with pity and horror.
Saruman's spirit rises from his body, looks toward the west, toward Valinor, toward the Undying Lands, toward the place where the Maya came from, and a wind from the west blows it away. Rejected. He is not welcomed home. He is not redeemed. He is rejected. Saruman, who once claimed to be of many colors, who declared himself ringmaker and wise, is left with nothing. Not even the dignity of return. Even the valor will not take him back. This is Tolkien's final judgment on Saruman. Not death in battle, not a dramatic fall, but total spiritual emptiness. Saruman fell under Sauron's influence, not because he was deceived, but because he believed wisdom entitled him to rule. He didn't lose to Sauron's strength. He lost to his own pride. Every step of his fall was a choice: to hoard knowledge instead of share it, to seek control instead of trust, to believe that being the wisest meant he deserved to command the outcome. Sauron didn't corrupt Saruman. Saruman corrupted himself, and in the end, the wizard who thought he could outthink the Dark Lord, who thought he could master the ring, who thought wisdom placed him above restraint, was left with nothing. Not even the wind would carry him home.
Why the hell is
Saruman.
Damn. He was even rejected by by the just by his own home. Well, he fucked around and he found out. Sucks to be him. I mean, considering what Saruman did, it's hard to feel bad for the dude because, well, he fucked himself over. So, he got his just desserts. Physical and spiritual exile for all for greed and power. Yeah. True wisdom is knowing you know nothing. Yep, and that you will never truly be a master of your craft. I'll take little ceases mediocre. Yeah. Well, rip bozo. Alright, the next one we got here is by Leaflet. And it's just called Have Babies. So, yeah, let's see this. Oh my god. Holy shit. Fucking A Leaflet. Oh my god. Oh my god. Jesus Christ, Leaflet. Oh my god. What the fuck is this? Jesus Christ. What the fuck? What in the absolute hell was all of that? This shit, I'm not gonna say where it was. It was slapping, but it slaps. The one question I have is Leaflet going to follow her own advice from this AMV? Is Leaflet also going to have some children? That's the question here. I know I heard the Lady Nightway, but there ain't no lady I know of that's crazy enough to want to have my children. You should have seen Powder's reaction. She has a clip up where she talks about why she made it. Does Leaflet even have I don't know if Leaflet has a boyfriend or anything. As far as I'm aware, she's never said anything. I was drinking in that line pop. Who wants to have Griff's children? Raise his hand. Ready, willing, and able to be a stud. That is quite literally the majority of the comments telling her to give a sorry grandbabies. I mean, I don't think Leaflet's against having children, but I don't know if she has somebody to have children with. But her one about university and working is good as well. Yeah. Gift them Pragmata and then start chopping wood outside their place. I'll probably look at Powder's reaction to this after I'm done streaming, because I've wanted to see Powder's reaction to this before I saw this, but now I really want to see Powder's reaction to this. And I would like to see the clip of Leaflet saying why she made this, but I don't know where that clip is. But this was quite interesting. But I'll say this: I have wanted kids since I was 20 years old. So for 15 years now, I've wanted to have a kid. Pragmata is making that desire worse, but I have yet to find a woman that is crazy enough to even want to date me, let alone have my own fucking children. Hello, Wombat. How you doing? So, I will check out Potter's reaction to this later, but yeah, that was quite the interesting video, Leaflet. I know you're never gonna see this, but give your mother some grandbabies. I don't know why, but coworkers come back from the patrol and said, "You're never gonna believe this. I caught two." Makes a Kickstarter for a speed dating show to find candidates to have Griffin's kids. Oh my god. I want at most 2 children. At most 2 children. I don't want any more than 2 kids. I want at least 1 boy and 1 girl. If the gods permit it. I'm going to go grab a drink real quick, so I'll be right back. I need to give myself a drink. I need a drink after that. Oh, my feet hurt. Oh, my feet hurt. Watch it be immediate quadruplets. Oh, Jesus Christ. If I would feel so bad for the woman who has like triplets or quadruplets. It just, that has to suck. I want enough to start a softball team. To be honest, I don't care how many I have. Well, Kuda, you're going to need a lot of money for that. I want to get married again. I want to get married once, and that be the only marriage. And be with that woman until I'm in the ground. But she has to be okay with my stupid ass. Alright, next video we got here is by the wonderful Asmongold. We here in the Nerd Empire like Asmongold. We stand by him. And this one is just called I'm So Done With This Shit. So let's see what Asmon has to say about this. Hello, Angus. Yeah, XP. Oh, thank you, Angus. Thank you for that.
Why the hell is she bent like this? They are literally creating and supporting porn addict men that will not think of women as people and will push unrealistic, harmful stereotypes onto them. No Venom shaking ass is not the same, and that doesn't make this game any better. But
hang on. Men that will not think of women as people and will push unrealistic, harmful stereotypes onto them. This argument has no ground to stand on, considering the fact that women also put unrealistic, harmful stereotypes onto men. So this has no fucking ground to stand on to begin with.
by the way, shut the fuck up, you fat femcel annoying bitch. You are so annoying. I don't want to hear about this anymore. I don't want to hear about how you're being objectified when OnlyFans is probably the most popular fucking, new career path for young girls. This is insane. Shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear it. And again, after yesterday, now I am justified. Now everything is okay. We don't have two groups of people that are problems in the world. Incels aren't the problem. Femcells are the problem. It's a bunch of women that hate men because what? Because men like looking at a pretty girl with big boobs?
Women also push terrible standards onto themselves. Yeah, and they complain that it's men that are putting those standards on them when it's women that are putting all the fucking standards on other women. And for some reason, it's the men's fault.
Yeah, sorry, bitch. Welcome to the real world. Too bad. It's just another example of hoes mad. Another example. How many are there? Too fucking many.
And the thing is with Black Cat here, there's not any unreal. Just you can't blame men for how she looks. They're for. I mean, the pose and stuff. Yeah, you could probably blame them for. But she looks in the game exactly how she looks in comics. You don't like how you have a problem with how she looks. I think the women who are complaining about Black Cat are the same type of women who are just jealous that they can't look this fucking hot. Remember, nobody hates women more than other women. Yeah, exactly. Women's worst critic is other fucking women. Yeah, because nothing is more uplifting than being told you're a waste of space because of choosing to be married and a mom. I got plenty of abuse from other women like that. I love Rivals because the devs saw these haters and basically said, don't like it, don't play. I like Black Cat. She has a nice ass. Yeah.
They can't handle the truth. Exactly. It's just they are so fucking obnoxious, so annoying. Yes, obviously they made this girl because guys think she's hot. That's right, because they're the audience, and there's a lot of guys that play video games that want to look at hot chicks. They don't want to look at a fat chick. They don't want to look at an ugly girl. They want to look at a hot girl. And that's the way it is. So the big problem that these people have is that they think that everything needs to be catered around them. Well, it doesn't. It needs to be catered around us because we're the main audience, we're the main players, and
yeah, and the other thing is it's like if you if you try and go against the majority of your audience, which, by the way, the majority of the gaming audience is fucking men. You have to cater to the majority of your audience, otherwise your game is just going to be shit and it's going to die. Hell, look at fucking Concord. No character on fucking Concord was even worth looking at or giving a second opinion about. They didn't cater to nobody but the woke audience, and it fucking failed so goddamn hard. You need to cater to the majority of your audience. And the majority of your audience, which is men, want hot characters. And what does my Marvel Rivals have and Overwatch have? They have hot fucking characters. Hi, Illusion. They doubled down because they don't double down because they've got double down syndrome.
These stupid fat feminists.
Just occasionally throw in a hot guy for us ladies. Yeah, and you know, I mean, both Overwatch and Marvel Rivals, they both have hot dudes. I am a straight dude, and I can confidently say there are some great looking men in both Marvel Rivals and Overwatch. So even the women have something to look at and goon over.
That are sitting on Twitter.
You know, it's kind of funny that you never hear about men complaining about hot men in media. Yeah, we don't. Because we don't fucking care. I mean, some of the hot men we see in media, we appreciate them and we respect them. We think, yeah, the dude looks hot. He looks awesome. Yeah. If I'm going to spend my free time on something, I don't want to look at a cryptid. Oh, the Kingman controversy, which happened in January, was dumb and tragic and hilarious. Hell, most of the time when men see attractive men, it inspires men to take better care of themselves. Exactly. I mean, hell, look at Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman. Two names are escaping me right now. Thor and Superman, basically. Both their names are escaping me at the moment. Henry Cavill, thank you. Yep, so Hugh Jackman, Henry Cavill, Ryan Reynolds, and Thor. I can't remember his name either. It's escaping right now. Chris Hemsworth, thank you. And Chris Hemsworth. Men look at those four dudes, and we're envious of how they look. Yes, don't get me wrong. We're envious of how good they look. But it still inspires a lot of men to go out and do better. Whereas on the other hand, on the other side, women see hot women that men ogle over, and all they get is jealous and bitchy. They don't see that and be like, maybe if I better myself and if I make myself look like that or make myself look hotter, I could get the attention. No, they don't think that way. They just get really mad and they try and complain at the developers because they see it as unrealistic expectations or stereotypes or whatever the fuck else.
Talking about, oh, well, this is objectification. Yeah, you're goddamn right it's objectification. She's got massive tits. It's great. And that's the way it is. So if you've got a problem with that and you're upset about it, then too bad. Make your own game. Oh, you already have your own game. You've got Pokemon. You've got, fucking Animal Crossing. And let me tell you guys, just while we're on the topic, I'll say this again. If you want a girlfriend that's low maintenance, get a girlfriend that likes Pokemon. This is a girl that is completely acceptable that she's been neglected for 20 years, absolute minimum effort, literal garbage content, nobody cares about her, and finessed for money at every possible outcome, let down in every situation. So if you want a low-maintenance girlfriend that will accept being treated like shit, if you want to be the next
ultra reactive. Hey, first time chatter, and now the pressure is on to sell yourself. This current combo sounds just like how women used to complain about magazine models back in the day. Yeah, it doesn't matter what era it is. From paintings to magazines to digital media to AI, no matter what it is, instead of looking at it the way men look at it, women look at it and think it's a problem. No matter what. By the way, I hope you're having a wonderful day, Ultra. Henry Cavill, my British beefcake. I'm married, but would. A lot of guys would. Considering how much of a fucking nerd Henry Cavill is, he's even... A lot of guys would even want him.
Kuno's girlfriend, go to the Pokemon section and find a girl that's streaming Pokemon Poketopia. Because any girl that plays these games is like selection biased out of her fucking mind for being more than willing to put up with any level of disrespect, neglect, abuse possible. There is nobody more than the Pokemon girls. It's just the way it is.
Dude is big WoW addict, Warhammer 40k nerd, and whatnot. Yeah, it's hell, he even has a video of himself building his own computer. Magazines during the summer during the early 2000s because they did bikini issues with video game hotties, not cosplayer but full on art. Yeah, those were nice back in the day.
It is. Pokemon's ain't that bad though. Come on, you seen these new games? They suck. They suck. So
yeah, the last Pokemon game I played was Sapphire version for the Game Boy Advance, and that was long ass time ago.
I'm telling you, that's how it is. And so anyway, Ho's mad as always. And again, this is just the way it is. No, incels are no longer a problem. Femcells are the real problem.
And I agree with that, but the other funny thing is, femcells don't actually exist because there is no female alive that can't get somebody to sleep with them. So a femcell is just something that cannot exist. Whereas on the other hand, a man can't do that. He would have to be good looking just good looking enough for, whatever else. Women are the gatekeepers. Yeah. Women are the gatekeepers to sex. Hell, even ones and twos can still get somebody to sleep with them. A man has to check off multiple bullet points just to get a woman to even look his way, let alone sleep with him.
They are the real problem. This is a femcell. She's mad probably because she doesn't look like that. And that's fine. Skin in an Eastern superhero game versus skin in a Western superhero game? Yeah.
Yeah, this is the other thing. A lot of women here in the Western world really, really hate the Eastern world skins and how they have women look. I mean, look at this. Compared to what we have over here, look at this atrocity. This retardation atrocity that's here. This needs to die in a fire. This is just... It looks like a unicorn just threw up on somebody's outfit.
I wonder which one people are going to buy more of, right? Like, this is a big mystery that nobody knows how to solve, but they're trying to figure out which one of these skins is going to be more popular. Nobody has the answer for it. Nobody.
If I was playing a game and I saw that, I would have hacks on every time I see that so I could destroy it. Yeah, this needs to get destroyed and deleted. The Asians love hot people. Men and women, they aren't biased. Yeah, the eastern side of the world really knows how to do hot men and women.
Can figure it out, but yeah, the right one clearly. Yeah, I heard dozens of people bought this skin. And I don't talk about games I don't play. Yeah, well, I mean, it's easy to look at.
What?
I do.
What in the fuck is this even from? I don't even know what game this is from. China and Japan are going to take over the Western gaming market if it continues down this road. I don't disagree with that, Ultra, and it's very sad that I can't argue against that. Oh, this is Suicide Squad? Oh, so it's... then it's understandable why it looks like this, because it's from a retarded game.
Play Marvel Rivals, to be fair. I played Marvel Rivals a lot. Like, how many hours did I put into Marvel Rivals? Let me see. Fuck. I'm actually kind of curious myself. Where is it here? Marvel Rivals. There it is.
He only has, what, it looks like 93 hours.
93 hours. That's a lot of time I played the game. So I do like it. I think it's a great game. But, yeah, neither scan. I think this is a...
Bastardization of gloves. I sadly used the fingerless gloves to wear the rainbow theme. Magneto sucks too. This is supposed to be Mr. Freeze. Oh, it's Mrs. Freeze? Yeah, no thank you. I would be willing for Japan to outright ban anime in the West just so it stays in its pure form and remain untainted from hoodweebs and localizers. Alternate reality BS. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, Depths. Hello, Cenarian. Stellar Blade shits on any modern Western game, and yeah, they will take over, which isn't a bad thing because they do good stories as well. Yes, yeah, they do very good stories, and they have a lot of good-looking characters.
Pretty good one. But yeah, anyway, what the fuck is that thing? That thing? What are you talking about? You mean that's diversity? That is the future. This
is diversity and inclusivity, also known as retardation and mental disorders. Excuse me, that's they them freeze. Get the pronouns right. Oh, I'm sorry, Chen. I'm sorry. Dude, it just don't come and cancel me, everybody. I'm sorry, that doesn't look like a woman in my eyes. They should have gone with classic Mr. Freeze. What the fuck is this shit? Tactical, I wish I could tell you.
the modern audience, okay? This is for fat losers. This is for cool people that are, you know, like, that have all the right opinions, okay? And Marvel Gooners, yes, I guess so. And it works really well. And it just keeps working. And it's going to keep working over and over and over. How to properly treat a Karen.
Oh, let's see. How do you properly treat a Karen?
You're gonna hit me, bro. You're gonna hit me.
Then move.
Go on. Go on. Go on. Go on, you stupid dog.
This sounds like it's from Australia. Difference of dinner and a show, and the show of them eating your dinner. Diversity is their greatest stank. The accent sounds like Australia.
She's just on the window. Look at her face. Now she's scared.
She's freaking out. Well, you dumb Karen, you fuck around and you find out. If you unlock its final form, it becomes Zer Freeze. Oh my god, sure, that's horrible. They keep complaining about market gooners, yet OF is so prevalent, but that's empowering. So when they do it, it's fine. When it's a fictional character in a sexy outfit, it's wrong.
That's right.
Oh, she gonna fall?
Are you gonna get off now? You gonna get off?
Did she fall off?
Problem solved. Look at that, and look at her face. See?
I love what the girl behind the camera was saying. Are you gonna get off now? As they're going like what looks like 30 to 40 miles an hour.
Watch the facial expression change.
As soon as she heard the car rev up to speed, you saw her face just drain of color.
Uh-huh.
Are you gonna get off now? You gonna get off?
See, it's actually so easy.
These people are so stuck with their pride and so high up on their fucking horse that they will do anything to make sure that they get their way, even if it puts themselves in harm's way. Even they'll purposely put themselves in harm's way just so they can get the person in trouble. And well, it's starting to get to the point where they're all fucking around to the point where the find out process is going to be damn near deadly. So if they don't stop fucking around, they're going to have a deadly find out instead of just a regular find out.
How to deal with these people. It really is. It's so easy how to deal with them. Save me? Yep, exactly. Bluff called? Exactly. This is the way I think you should treat these people. Any of these people standing in the road, you should just do this. Like, I feel like they should, you know, next time they have like one of these.
My ideology is stronger than your car and the tarmac. Duh. Oh, look, it's the consequences of your actions. Yeah.
Protests or something like that where these people are like intentionally blocking the road. Anybody that runs them over, presidential pardon. Get them out. That's just fine. Do that a couple of times. Nope.
And here's the thing with these people who protest in the roads. If you are protesting on a highway or a freeway and you get, you know, fishtailed, side-checked, or even just bumped or hit by a car, I have no sympathy for you because you consciously made a decision to stand in the highway or the freeway where cars are going anywhere between 40 and 70 miles an hour, if not faster. So if you want to be hospitalized or turned into red paste, I have no sympathy for you. It sucks that your family is going to mourn your stupidity and death, but I can't have any sympathy for you when you just decided of your own volition to consciously go in the middle of the road where you can be turned into red paste. Why am I supposed to feel bad for you? My worry is who between the driver and the person standing in the middle of the road will learn. And no, they won't learn anything, JK. At this point, we're getting closer to needing a purge than we thought. 70, but who follows the speed limit anywhere near the Twin Cities? Yeah, I mean, the fastest I drive is around 75 miles an hour. Worst thing is, I drive a Ford E350 Super Duty 15 passenger van, and if there is a protest on the road 45 miles per hour, I'm not slowing down. I'm sorry, I'd rather go to jail instead die to a mob. Damn, you drive a big fucking vehicle, Blue. Well, there are laws against blocking roads, right? No. They are legally able to try and block the road. So yeah, but I mean, they're basically disturbing the peace. In some states there are, Griffin. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know about here in Minnesota. I don't know if there are any laws against it, but I have yet to run into it. Thankfully, I haven't, because I'd rather not deal with this dumbassery.
but he's gonna be in the fucking road.
It's not a purge if it's only Darwin Award winners. Yeah. It was my dad's after passing. He was given to. Oh, okay. I will argue they always disturb the peace when they leave the house. Pretty much. Florida DeSantis made it legal to run him over for doing that shit. Damn. Florida is built different. I drive a van, so I ain't stopping in time, and it would just feel like a bump, ba-dump. For legal reasons, this is a joke. I drive a big boy truck too. Makes wide turns.
I'll tell you that. That'd be a fact. What do you mean, these people? I mean the people in the road. Run them over. And drivers in jail, they shouldn't be. Should get her out. And this is it. We already saw this before. How weirdos versus normal people think. I kind of want to check out Pragmata, but I genuinely loathe the design of that child character. It's utterly repugnant.
Okay. I've heard someone made an argument about this. I can't remember if it was Leaflet or Smuggalana. But I think it was Scoochon that made this point. Why is it when it comes to kids in real life, there is no problem when it comes to the people of the Alphabet Mafia doing all this fucked up shit with kids? And we're more lenient with people when it comes to them doing predatory shit with kids. But for some reason, everybody's losing their fucking shit. All these women are losing their goddamn shit when it comes to Diana from Pragmata. And they see this as nothing but pedophilic. Why? Why are people having so much more of a problem with a fictional character rather and not so much of a problem with real life children? Where are your priorities, people? I just these people's priorities are so fucking back-ass words that it's fucking astounding. They have to believe that or the worldview falls apart. For me, I blame the algorithm in some way. Not sure, though. It's because most of the predatory shit went under the radar due to politician involvement. Because they get away with rubbing their greasy poles in private but can publicly denounce it for clout. They would be best in the streets if they were doing it out in the and for some reason it's more of a problem with these women because it is a man interacting with a little girl. It wouldn't be a problem if it was a grown woman. Reverse the roles. A grown woman interacting with a little boy, there wouldn't be a single one fucking problem. But because it is a grown man interacting with a little girl, it seems to be every single problem in the fucking planet. Yeah, I've heard about that one, Blue. It's just because it is a grown man interacting with a little girl, with a little AI robot girl, that it's a problem. Down with the patriarchy, men are disgusting and fathers are the devil. That's not a little girl, that's a fictional fucking android character. And yet it doesn't matter to these fatherless dumb bitches.
What?
I loved Scoochon's reaction to, like, her Twitter reaction to it. It was I wonder if I can find it and bring it up because her reaction to this was actually pretty damn funny. It was actually really good too. Let's see. Scooch-on. Oh, she's currently live. Okay. Where was that? Ah, here it is. Here we go. This was her reaction. Let me fix something here. All right, this was her reaction. It's basically all to all the people. It was all the men seeing this and think how adorable she is and how they would be the best dad in the entire universe just to protect her. Meanwhile, the women on Twitter call men PDFs for just looking at a clip. What is wrong with you? Your fatherlessness is showing. I love Scooch-on. She's a very, very based VTuber, and this is a very based reaction to all of this. And it's just, and the sad thing is 99.9% of the people that are saying this stupid shit are fucking women. They're the lonely ass, femcel type of women who have never had a father figure and can't get a fucking man to have kids with. So they don't have a father, don't want kids, and hate other women. Who the fuck do they like then? I don't know. I'm nearly 40, and the cute Diana cutscenes tug my heartstrings. Makes me relive the old days when my boy was excited about everything and just had to show everyone. Love Scoo's take on most things, to be fair. Yes, Scoo is a very based VTuber. I like her. She's awesome. According to the internet, Minotaurs. Yeah. Can we go back to the timeline where we never shut down Tumblr, please? I don't know. Sure, just a lot of horrible shit on Tumblr too. They are jealous of children who have actual whole families because they come from broken homes. I can tell you that Diana acts just like a normal little girl. Yep. Energetic, wanting to have fun, curious about the world around her because she has no idea about the world around her. The crazy cat ladies are getting online.
What?
Yep.
They won me over. The white baby makes me feel like it's parental. Shinzo Abe's trick. Fuck. So yeah. Now, and this is the problem, right? Is that you have people that do this because she's white. So there's another relationship that's not pedophilia between a grown man and a young girl. Okay? It's called being her dad. I know. It's called being in a normal, functional relationship and having this girl as your, I know this is a big word, you might not recognize this. It's called your daughter. Right? So it's called parenthood, right? So the entire concept of this is that, and this is how brain rotted Westerners are. This is how pathetic, and it is, by the way, it is overwhelmingly a bunch of gender confused, mentally ill, terminally online Westerners that have to constantly virtue signal on social media that can't conceptualize the idea that no, whenever there's a young girl in the story, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a pedo thing. What about this girl is sexualized at all? You can't even make out the way she even, it just looks like a kid. Like it's sick, like or social workers or a teacher, like the automatic fixation and the weird, perversion to automatically reframe any interaction between an adult and a child as pedophilia is this weird Western virtue signal, just hang up. It's so sick. And what I think is the worst thing about it is that we have gone from a society that conceptualizes this from the perspective of fatherhood, parenthood, or, you know, raising a child to a weird sexual projection fantasy.
It used to be okay for, you know, men to be around kids, for men to, you know, be like father figures. But now it's seen as men, these people, like even in real life, when they see a man with a child, like his own kid, it's like everyone around that father, they are constantly watching him, because apparently a man can't just, you know, have a parent-child relationship with their kid. They're immediately seen as possible pedos, as possible predators. It's men. We're seen as nothing but wholly evil. So men aren't seen as good in any way, shape, or form, especially when it comes to kids. We're seen as nothing but fucking evil predators who can't do any good. It's fucking horrible.
What the fuck's wrong with them? What the hell is wrong with them? She looks like a pedophile's idea for a child?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I loathe the design. I'm going to be real. I'm going to tell y'all the truth.
I like Diana's design. She's adorable.
I wish I could have her wear shoes. I don't want her wearing fucking bare feet. That's just weird. I remember I thought the same thing about Clara and Honkai Star Rail. I said, bitch, put on some fucking shoes.
Well, it is explained why she doesn't wear shoes. I can tell because it's spoiling the story or anything. The reason why Diana doesn't wear shoes is because that's how she recharges her power. She is gathering energy or electricity or power through the floors. So that's why she's always barefoot, because that's where she recharges from her feet. If she were to wear shoes, then her battery would eventually die and she would cease to function. So she can't wear shoes if she wants to continue to function.
It's disgusting. And so that's my opinion. I think it's nasty, bro. Like, but it's an android, yeah, but it's a robot. It's a fucking robot. Like, they're projecting. It's so weird, man. Like, it's honestly like literal, like fucking, like I don't want to say these people are pedos, right? I don't think they are, but like the fact that you see an adult, like an adult man and a young girl together, and the first thing that you think of is pedophilia and not fatherhood. You need to get help.
Yeah, that was the other thing I thought of. I agreed with everybody's take that said that, and I'll reiterate it as well. Like he said, if your first thought for basically any guy who is a father or any father-like figure, if your first thought for if you see them with a little girl or a little boy and they're being a father figure, they're just taking care of them. And especially this game, if your first thought is, after seeing Hugh with Diana, your first thought is pedophile, if that is your first thought, that says way more about your fucked up mental state than anything else. Because why is that the first thought you go to when you see this? Logically explain to me how you are not the problem, but this is. Oh, Asmon has actually, he has a couple of videos of him playing the game. I think so far he's played like 4 to 6 hours of Pragmata.
You do. There's something wrong with you. There's something fundamentally, foundationally wrong with you. That's sick. Absolutely sick. A hungry man thinks of bread. Look, I'm not saying that. I think that's a little bit too much to say, right? I'm a very reasonable guy. We all know this. It's because their brains fucked by Reddit and Blue Sky? I guess so. As a father of a girl, this disturbs me more than you know. Well, keep these people away from your kids, man. And, yeah, give me the money now. Oh, God. 500K? Who's this?
What's the lowest amount of money a man should spend on a wedding ring for you guys?
500 grand, okay?
Bitch, are you serious? I'm sorry, but wedding stuff is one of the biggest wastes of money in the entire. You want to have a wedding? Look, I would like to have a wedding. I would. But I want a very simple wedding. You know, just close friends and family coming and nothing extra. I kind of like a wedding like my mom and dad had. They had a very simple wedding. My dad had a wedding. They were in the backyard, family's backyard. We all had to get together. We had some food. That's it. That's what a wedding should be. It should be personal. It should be within your family, maybe a few close friends. But to expect a wedding to be tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, I'm sorry, you are out of your godforsaken fucking mind. What privilege, what level of privilege do you think you have to be at? Do you think you are at to think you deserve a wedding that is tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars? And I swear, if anybody thinks their wedding should be millions of dollars, your delusion is so fucking far gone that I don't think even God would be able to fucking help you. $500,000. You need to be slapped across the fucking face with a stick of reality. Talking about $500,000. What the fuck is wrong with you?
We need a mother rock on this finger. A rock, you.
I would never spend that on a ring. 10, 15,000 max. Yeah, even a ring for a ring supposed to be your 3 months of your salary. That is bullshit. That is nothing but the people who created the advertisements and the diamond companies. They made that shit up. A ring shouldn't be 3 months of your fucking salary. Are you kidding me? We could use that for bills, for food, for the kids, for whatever else. That's something more useful than a rock on your fucking finger. You better be happy with a ring that's a couple $100. In this economy, even that's pushing it.
Hear that? I don't care if you're broke as. Take your mama's life savings, take your life savings, take your grandma's life savings, and get me a rock.
There is no price limit. Whatever the I pick out, you're buying.
Here.
Whatever I pick out, you're buying. All right, how about you pick out this foot from your ass? No, I can't do that. She might like it. I think it's fine if not forced or detrimental to anyone's life, though. That's rare in this economy, I guess. God, these bitches are going to die alone with like 5 to 10 cats.
Yeah. What's the wedding ring? What's your price?
For you?
No. For me, yeah.
For you?
Total, like, looking for an ego. Like, please say, like, $2,000.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Like $1,000.
1,000!
I'd say 2,000. I mean, she's pretty cute.
I'm sorry, I'm not spending anywhere close to $1,000 on a fucking ring. Are you kidding me? If my girl wants a ring and we can only get a $50 ring and she gets mad, I will tell her leave. The funny part, my friend who knows me would be around recording for evidence. My friend would be behind my decision. Now, if her friend says yes because my GF said no, I'll take the friend. You know what? Based, Blue. That is very based. True. Diamond markets are heavily manipulated. Yeah.
I mean, she's I'd say $2,000. but on sale, right? It'd be on sale.
On
So
sale,
maybe,
yeah.
I'd say 0. No, I'm gonna be real. Like, these are just, listen.
Someone in the chat said 250.
It's just a few drunk chicks that are out downtown being obnoxious. Like, I don't think this is a big deal. I really don't. Like, there are guys that talk like this. There are girls that talk like this.
And I'm sorry, if somebody's gonna go out, gonna date me, any sort of, bar partying, bar hopping, the stuff that these chicks are doing, that needs to stop right away. It's not because I don't trust her. I don't trust other dudes, because I know what other dudes can do and what they'll try to do. So no girls' night out, no partying like that. No, that stops the instant somebody decides to go out with me. Like I said, not because I don't trust her, but because I don't trust other fucking dudes around her. So no partying. Plastic 50-cent ring.
They're just having fun and being silly. I don't think it's a big deal, right? I mean, like, you can't like interview some drunk girl downtown and be like, oh my God, this is why every woman is bad. Like, there's like 50 other clips I can do that with, but this is just really not that big of a one. So yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, and the thing is, these type of women, they're in the minority, because I guarantee a majority of reasonable, logical women don't really care for the shit that these women want.
Anyway, they're just having fun. Yeah, they're just having fun. If Asbon reacts to this, I'm pretty sure he'll be, oh yeah.
I'm ready for the great cleansing, dude.
Hassan and Destiny resurfaced clips about conservatives and Charlie Kirk having hit the timeline. I wanna effing K him, dude. Charlie Kirk, Hassan. Whoa, in a video game? Destiny. I meant in a video game setting. H, which is Hassan. When we genocide conservatives in this country. What the fuck is wrong with these people? I swear to God. It's amazing anybody even listens to these two fuckheads.
Cleansing?
The cleansing. Yeah.
What cleansing?
When we genocide conservatives in this country.
Are you gonna be out in the streets with your Glock?
Maybe. I gotta go back to Nebraska and grab it.
What about Democratic mayors? It's like, what the f are you talking about, dude? We're f***ing talking about socialized medicine, and you f***ing turn around.
Isn't it crazy that he went from getting mad all the time? Like, basically, he used to get angry all the time on his stream, and now he just gets like, there's like a subdued, right under the surface rage.
Mango flavor. Wasn't there a rule like the rank should be 2 to 3-ish months of income? Yeah, Arzon. That's the general rule.
That's like always, it's always there now. It is.
And you
like a beaten dog.
Ask a question about murderous cities and their Democratic mayors. I will I want to fucking kill
This
them,
a replay?
Dude.
Yeah.
I want to. In a video game. I meant just not in a video.
Yeah, right. In a video game setting.
Game setting. I wanna own him in a video game setting.
Right.
Oh Jesus! In a video game.
Well, yeah.
Fuck.
Like a
in
shock
a debate.
dog,
I want to
know.
in a debate.
He's always getting upset. These people are always mad, bro. Why does everybody always get mad? Capcom forces YouTuber to remove over 1,000 adult-oriented mod videos. All right, here's something you have to understand. I know it's stupid. I know it's dumb. I know it's unfair. But here's what you have to understand. The way that Japanese copyright law is written, a lot of Japanese companies have a massively overbearing stance on modded content because from their perspective, they're worried that that modded content could put their copyrights at risk. It's stupid, it's reductive, it's unfair, it's wrong, but what I'm saying is that this is not necessarily Capcom. This is indicative of a larger scale problem. And I think it's also very fair to bring up the counterpoint to this that I'm thinking of. From Software is totally okay with it. So how is From Software okay with this, but for some reason Capcom isn't? I don't really know, but I know that a lot of Japanese companies culturally have a very, very different perspective on modding, especially, and here's another thing too, turning things that are like normal things into like adult content things in Japan, culturally, it seems like they have a very different perspective of that. Like over here, it's much more normalized than it is over there. And I don't think it's really that big. It's pretty obvious, right? They don't do this to Street Fighter modders. People have been doing mod videos the way they demonstrate. Well, maybe you're right. Maybe this is bullshit and I have no idea. But maybe it's adult oriented and that's the reason. I have no idea. And what is this here? Even the algorithm has a sense of humor. Every gender identity explained in 14 minutes. Classic arrival of No Mercy.
Cisgender. This just how about no cis? Just gender. Just get rid of the cis. Neutrosis or new choice. Whatever I think that's a neutral. Agender, whatever the fuck that is. Pangender, whatever the fuck that is. Transgender, I can understand that. Non-binary doesn't fucking exist. Demigender, again, doesn't fucking exist. Gender queer, whatever the fuck that is. And gender fluid, that's just fucking mental retardation.
Jesus Christ. Okay, residual checks must be that bad, huh? American Pie actress Shannon Elizabeth is launching an OnlyFans account at 52, saying she wants to show off more of a sexy side and connect directly with fans. So she's 52 starting an OnlyFans? What the fuck? Give me a minute. All right, I'm back. Relax, calm down.
I remember her.
It's only a minute. Okay. All right, let me get this. So we got this going on. Residual checks must be that bad. American Pie says the move is about taking control of her image after years in Hollywood. So yeah, I can see that. Okay. So I saw this too a minute ago, right? And I try to pull this up. I usually look at my phone. I'm in the bathroom. So look at this here. Divorced her husband right before joining. How about that? Probably just to make him jealous. So look at this here. Older women are in demand by younger men. What a shift in the dating preferences of younger men reveals about our changing norms. And I know this might be a big surprise to nobody, but the article was written by an older woman. I know. So,
I think men tend to choose older women because they're more mentally fucking stable.
This is just literally more femcel bait. It's more femcel bait. It's more like you are not. Listen, you're not going to psyop a bunch of 21-year-old chads to date you whenever you're 34. Okay? It doesn't matter how many they can't read. Don't you understand? They can't even read your article for the psyop to even work. They don't even know what you're saying. What are you thinking? And so anyway, not true. Yeah, this is crazy. Rise of the Cougars. Here's the problem with the whole idea of Rise of the Cougars is it's written by Cougars. It's the same as the body positivity movement. How many movements and how many psyops are women going to make so they can rationally come to the conclusion that, oh, maybe men aren't just attracted to young, attractive women? That's it. It's older, hot women? Yeah, exactly. And so this is it. And it is so, it's opinion. Yeah, your opinion is wrong. Your opinion is wrong, and this isn't true. It's never been true. It's never going to be true. You know why? It's because of biology. That's the reason.
I personally prefer to go for younger. I don't mind dating somebody who's older than me. I would prefer somebody younger because I want to have kids, and I want to make sure that there isn't really much problem with the woman having kids, because after 35 it becomes more difficult and more dangerous for a woman to have kids. So while they still can have kids, there is a larger risk with it. I'm about to be 36. I won't even consider dating anyone 25 or younger because mentally their priorities are completely different and won't be aligned with mine. Understandable. I mean, Asmund is kind of wrong here. At 19, I was dating a 27-year-old. Nice.
Why? It's truly a good point. Yeah, they write these articles. They try to, again, they're manifesting. Oh, I'm manifesting. Like, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out. What are you talking about? It's so embarrassing hag maxing. Again, this is, when a guy says he's hag maxing, this is like a 21-year-old guy dating a 24-year-old girl or a 27-year-old girl. Okay? Like, we're not talking about anything over like I'd say like 30 or 35. A lot of these guys are not going to be attracted to on the same level. And how do I know that? Every single fucking study, statistic, piece of information, piece of data, piece of observable information, every single piece of popular media, every single thing tells me the exact same thing. That's it. That's the way it is.
Picture this. If the Lord...
Why the hell?
On today's episode of Jerry Springer. All right, well, that was a good Asmund Gold video. On to the next one. Throws chair. All right, this next one is by Psychro. I think it's been a bit since we've seen a Psychro video. It's called Green Glow Steady. It's a Skynet K-pop event. So let us check this out, shall we? The dancing doesn't really fit the music. Oh, now it does.
Broken sky 위를 걸어가 I don't stop I don't hide 불안한 밤이 나를 삼켜도 심장은 still beating loud Every scar, every fight I survive Now I'm stronger somehow 손을 잡아 don't let go 차가운 공기
Oh my god. Oh my god. He has to just shake his ass in front of us. The video is purposefully cringy. Considering the pictures of that are made of Psychro's ass, this doesn't really surprise me. He's basically playing into it. Yes, I did see Johnson.
But you're stronger than you think. 손 놓지 마, don't disappear. I'll be right here when you sink.
Why is this happening? Ultra, I wish the tight red pants remind me of Deadpool, though. I like the song, though. It's really good. Yeah, Depthswalker, I can see. Oh, Jesus Christ. Right in my face. Come on. Fucking A Psycho.
We made it out alive.
Good God. Pulls out own eyes. Where's the bleach? I'm trying to do a K-pop image of 5 of us as the No Strings Attached album cover from NSYNC. Why am I seeing this as PewDiePie doing bitch lasagna? Oh my God. Fucking A Psycho. Good God. All right. We have time for a couple more. So we'll do, this one is from Melody, which is, if I remember correctly, it's Kinney's wife or fiance. I can't remember which one. This one is called The Hopeful Try. Oh no, get tissues ready.
We had a dream for a child of our own. So precious, so beautiful, a love not yet known. Our hearts were so faithful, quietly dutiful, reaching for light in the dark, hopeful. Every night we tried, holding on tight to a whisper of maybe, a flicker of light. But months turned to years, and hope met our fears. We were holding on to something we couldn't see, praying for a life that was meant to be. Tears fell in silence, hearts bruised and worn, waiting for the day you'd be born. One line staring back, breaking us in two, wishing with everything it would turn into you. The light we once saw grew dimmer each day, piece by piece our hearts slipped away. Tears of anger and sorrow, tangled in pain. Hope felt fragile again and again. Well-wishers spoke, they meant it kind, but they couldn't see what lived in our minds. So we searched for the why. We kept asking how. We were holding on to something we couldn't see, praying for a life that was meant to be. Tears fell in silence, hearts bruised and worn, waiting for the day you'd be born. One line staring back, breaking us in two, wishing with everything it would turn into two. Loss after loss felt like knives to the heart, each goodbye tearing us further apart. But somewhere in the darkness, a flicker grew, a fragile little spark, something new. Then you came like a light we thought we lost. Every tear, every heartbreak, every cost, suddenly worth it. Every fight we knew, because all of it led us to you. Two lights shining, a moment so true. All of our effort turned into you. I see you now, and my heart just floats.
Damn you, Kenny.
Every laugh, in every note, you healed a place I thought was gone. With every smile, you carry us on. Holding you close, I finally knew.
Tell Melody I said damn you to her as well.
We dreamed finally came true. You made us parents. Thank you for the honor, our treasured little daughter.
I need a minute to collect myself. I am crying, Squinty. God damn it. Ugh. Son of a bitch. Damn it. Kenny, I'm glad everything worked out and you have it and you got a daughter. Oh. Why you gotta do this to me, Kenny? Why do you and Melody have to do this to me? Give your daughter plenty of head pats. She needs head pats and a hug. Ah, son of a bitch. It was all her idea. I just helped write it and make the song and edit it. Well, damn it, it was good. I generally don't like to cry on my streams, but god damn if that didn't make me cry. Oh. Yes. 13 head pats and hugs. Yes. Give her head pats and hugs from all of us. Oh my god. I didn't expect it to get to me that much. But goddamn. Ugh. Who, Kenny, who all has reacted to this? Other than, me. Keen, Night Owl, Silas. Well, it'll be a while before I post this. Oh my god. Oh, Fatash also did it. Okay. Did every single one of them cry? I cried from it, but because it made me think of my sister. She had those. Probably a few more. Oh. Keen claims he didn't. But Russ definitely did. Oh, yeah. Keen. Of course he didn't. Uh-huh. Oh, my God. That was good. That was really good. Keen was choked up, though. I'm pretty sure everyone cried when they saw this one. There were no exceptions. That got everybody. I didn't think it would get me, but after it's like the first half it didn't get me, but the second half it finally got to me. Ugh. I was about to cry. I was about to just cry again, so I had to push it back down because I don't need you guys to hear me just breaking down. Silence sent me the vid to see early. It was beautiful. I had to push that down. I don't need my chat hearing me just crying like a fucking baby. Oh God, was that good? Yes. Much respect to you and Melody, Kinney. I'm glad you guys were finally able to have your little girl. Oh man. it'll probably be a while before I watch that again, because I'm just gonna cry every fucking time I watch it. I did send it to Cindy and told her to watch it at the end of... Oh, did she actually watch it at the end of stream? Because if she did, I'm gonna have to go to her stream and her VOD and see. I'll go to her VOD and see if she reacted to it either way. Maybe not. Need to double check. Yeah, I'll go to her VOD and see if she did. Oh God. Well, that went on longer than I expected, so that one will actually be our end. So we're gonna raid Ember. So yeah, that one went on longer than I expected. So tomorrow we'll be streaming again. Oh God, that was good. So thank you everyone for being here. I hope you all enjoyed the stream. We all cried together. We had a good time together. But we're gonna end it here, and we're going to raid Ember Paradox. So enjoy Ember, everybody. Currently she has short hair on, so enjoy. Good night.
So, you know, you want to make sure that when you do go live, you are not experiencing pain and you can have fun. That is the paramount thing. So maybe see like how many days you can go before you have to stop, or if you go one day and then you're hurting for 2, so you have to take off 2, then you stream every 2 days or so. You're the one to best answer that question, but the bottom line is, do it, you know, stream when you are not in pain. Don't necessarily worry about the schedule. Don't worry about establishing a schedule right off the bat, especially when you have